Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of Between the Lines with TJ Craigus and Tabor Klingel-Smith. Let's jump right in because we definitely have some awesome stuff happening in the sports world tomorrow. Super Bowl predictions.
Oh, man.
I'm still getting a little bit more excited about the halftime show.
Hey, so I seen a TikTok the other day and it listed this guy was doing a beat or whatever and it listed 5 people and he played their songs of all the people in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I was like, this is about to be amazing.
Yeah, and clearly if I was a Rams or a Bengals fan, then I'm super pumped, super excited, but just having no skin in the game.
We should though. We're close to Cincinnati. We should really be Bengals fans.
Why? I don't want to be a Bengals fan.
But that's the closest team to us.
Listen, my cousin's a Bengals fan, and he's finally had one good season. We're going to let that happen for him. As a Pittsburgh fan, I've done seen 2 Super Bowls. I'm good. But just to remind you all the predictions, TJ has the Rams.
I do.
As he's saying, we should be Cincinnati fans.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't admire him winning. I'm saying that I just think the Rams got too much.
He says Rams 31-24. I got Bengals 24-17. So we're both stuck on 24 as the number. What do the Rams do? We'll definitely stay tuned on that.
Super Bowl parties happening tomorrow.
Oh, dude. Speaking of favorite party snack, mine is gotta be some good old buffalo chicken dip or
queso dip, and man, my wife makes these meatballs. Oh,
fire. Yeah, see, I'm a big chips and anything guy. So chips and guac, chips and salsa, so anything that you tell me is a dip, I'm in.
Yeah.
So
I'm into ranch and all that. Yeah.
Fire. So they recently came out with, I don't know if you've heard about this, they're not testing for steroids anymore.
Really?
After 20 years, no more testing for steroids.
When did this come out? Not too long?
4 or 5 days ago, maybe.
This is like a rule now.
Yeah, so the players and the owners come to an agreement that they're not testing for steroids.
Oh my God.
So then that brings us full circle back to the whole, well, now do they let Bonds in?
He's got to be. He should be in anyways. But if they ain't going to test, how's that? What? How do you look back and think these other guys aren't in because of steroids, but now we're not testing these guys for steroids, so how many of them's doing it now? They're going to be.
I'm going to look this up.
That's crazy.
Me and one of my owners from my company, we were talking, and there was this guy who he comes out, he claims he says 100% facts. I was on steroids, I did steroids. In the year that I did steroids, he hit 50 home runs. I want to find his name so that way.
So they work, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, the roids work, guys.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not condoning them.
Right. I mean, they do some other things.
He played for the Orioles. I don't remember his name. I'll figure it out. But he's talking about how this guy had 50 home runs. Do you know the years that he was not doing steroids? Do you know the amount of home runs that he hit? The biggest amount?
I'm gonna guess 30.
17.
Oh my God.
So that's where it's
33 more?
Yeah, but so on average though, they talk about that steroids help you 15 feet on a ball. You get an extra 15 feet. Yeah, that's a lot. But
there's no way he's having 40 home runs, all them other years come up 15 feet short, and now all of a sudden he's hitting them.
Because he wasn't on them. That's what he's saying. And I do believe that in baseball you do have good years. Sometimes it happens, but 17 to 50?
No.
That's 33. Yeah. So that's where the argument comes in, though, is Bonds and Clement. But if you're not testing for this anymore, then can we be mad at them moving forward? Because that means that these guys are ultimately having the same opportunity to me now. Mike Trout now has the same opportunity. Now, I understand that it has lifelong effects.
Yeah, morally, too. I don't like the thought of somebody winning because of something they're taking that makes them better. Why? Let's win off of our natural God-given talent. You know what I'm saying? Or the hard work you've put in.
And that's easy to say, but in the baseball space, it's not that easy to say because you're one home run, you're one hit away from making it to the majors. You really think about it, who's going to take Mike Trout's job? If you're a center fielder in that organization, what are you doing? You're waiting, hoping that you get traded. But they're not going to trade you because they're not going to let you go play for another team.
Right.
So if somebody presented you and like, hey TJ, you take this, I'm going to guarantee you another 30 points on your batting average, and you're getting to the bigs. Whether it be they put you up. So I think that's where I think that's where it struggles. Whereas the NFL, there is no G League. In the NBA, the G League is very small right now.
It's coming up, but
it is coming up. But I'm saying it's still not all 32 teams have. In baseball, it's I'm a St. Louis fan, so you got the St. Louis Cardinals. They're a AAA team, then a AA team, then a single A team, then their rookie team, then. And there's
a farm system.
And then there's all these independent.
They're building them how they want to build them.
Yes, and there's all these independent leagues and overseas, and there's just so many ways that people can take your job that, again, I'm not condoning it. I do agree with the integrity of the game, but I also understand as a human how you could look this in the face and go, I got to do it.
I wonder if Barry Bonds at the end of his career, or Clemens or whoever, say the average player even, like if they get to the end of their career and they look back and think, how could you say I did it the right way? When the only reason I'm where I'm at is because I took a substance that made me better. And it's just like...
But you still have to have the ability. We keep saying that this substance makes you better. The substance didn't make him be able to hit the ball. The substance just made him be able to hit it harder.
Yeah, but when you went from 17 home runs
to 50, one guy, though. I'm talking about Barry Bonds. You want to talk about that with Barry Bonds? Yeah. How many home runs did he crush well over 15 feet over the fence?
Yeah.
He was putting them in the San Fran River. Take 15 feet off that, okay, so then the one fish don't get hit, the next fish gets hit.
Yeah, but he was a little guy back when he played for the Pirates.
But you know what I can admire about Barry is he did it and he kept his mouth shut.
Yeah.
He didn't go out here and flaunt.
Player. I'm not saying anything bad about him.
I'm just saying, though, he didn't go out here and flaunt. He didn't go out here and flex.
Yeah. I just...
Boom. See ya.
I just wonder if he's looking back like...
No, I bet he's looking back as I had the time of my life.
Yeah.
Playing the greatest game, but that's just my opinion. So moving on, Doug Peterson hired as the Jaguars coach. Do you know anything about Doug Peterson?
So the guy from the Eagles?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he led the Eagles to their only Super Bowl. He's definitely got the high-powered offense.
Oh yeah.
To me, the only question is, do the Jaguars have that kind of offense, or do they got to go out in free agency and make it happen for them?
They got Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, he's nice. And then the running back, James Robinson, he's a stud. So the receivers, I think they got a rookie. I can't think of his name, or they had a rookie. Maybe it's a second or third year player now, but he's pretty good. Man, I don't know that defense. They gave up Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah,
I don't think
he's balling right now.
Oh yeah,
balling. So Jaguars, I just don't know.
I just don't. Hire, but
no, I love the hire.
Wouldn't he have some issues or something in at the Eagles or?
I mean, what do we really consider? I mean, I think everybody at this point is.
I don't know.
All right, so here we go. I'll pull this up for you. At wide receiver, they have LaVisca Chenault.
Yeah, Chenault.
Tavon Austin, of course.
Okay, he's a good slot.
Tavon Austin, solid. Marvin Jones Jr. on the outs.
Oh,
and then
I just think that they're all.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sold. I'm not sold.
It seems like they're right now. They have like one or two above average players at wide receiver.
And we're saying average in the league, not like I'm going to go out here and check them.
No,
just so let's make that clear. I'm not going out here and checking none of these guys.
God.
No,
yeah. But
for sure, I just Trevor Lawrence, I think, is going to be great. I think he's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Play for Dabo, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Tavon Austin's going to have a phenomenal year. But how can they get him isolated whenever Marvin Jones Jr.'s odds are probably going to end up with some safety help, if I had to think, from the defense?
Yeah. I mean, they weren't good last year. And I mean,
no.
Urban Meyer, obviously.
Yeah, but you know what? People say that, but Nick Saban's been to the NFL, and he's came back.
Yeah.
I think once you involve money, things change.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this NIL stuff that we're seeing is going to change a lot of things because now, yes, you still want to go play for Alabama.
Right.
But it doesn't matter that Nick Saban is saying, hey, I hold your blah, 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 your scholarship in my hands because really, if you're one of the best players in the country, you can go sign an NIL deal
and pay for college.
And not worry about it. Yeah. So I think it's just different in the college game.
It's getting ready to change.
Everything should.
Yeah, I mean they should. I think they should be paid anyways.
I've said that for a long time.
How much money, the amount of money is. It's weird handing an 18-year-old. Some of them might get a couple $1 million,
but it is what it is because like what we're not realizing. Okay, so let's just talk Super Bowl prices, and we know what those are. The lowest price that I seen was $5,598.
That's for nosebleeds.
Yeah, let's see ticket.
That's crazy.
I want to know ticket prices for the college football championship.
Gary Owen is the only person in Cincinnati that's going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
People in Cincinnati ain't $5,000 for a ticket. Like, what average fan can afford that?
And that's where I think people are having the problem with it is, and that's where I have the problem is the average fan cannot go. And I heard this on ESPN. They did talk about it.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. The cheapest ticket. Okay. So this isn't terrible. College football national championship ticket pricing. The average ticket though, all time, is $1,000.
$1,000.
But the cheapest ticket purchased was like $51. So this isn't completely accurate, but this is just stats that they have. The average ticket purchase for a college football game, $1,004.
And that's
college.
That's going to be like, the lowest is.
Oh yeah.
The lowest might be a couple hundred, but that's way up there. And then as you get lower, once you get close to the field, it's going to be a $10,000 ticket. Yeah, for a college game.
Yeah, and so this plays on the most expensive ever purchased. So to sit on the 50-yard line, your favorite team, $4,200.
That's a lot of money
for a college football. Now again, I know there's so much money in athletics, but let that sink in. The average ticket. And okay, so now I really want to dive deep into this because now it's crazy. So the average attendance of college football final, all right. Like, hold on. All right, here we go. So pull up your phone real quick for me. I just
my phone's recording.
You're right. You can. Good call. We'll save that. All right. So 76,000 is the average attendance of these games. 76,000 is the average. Okay. You're making 70. Make it easy on ourselves. Every ticket's $1,000. You have 76,000 people there. You're making $76,000 just for people sitting there.
No, there's 76,000 people.
Yeah. Okay. So 760,000.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. So $760,000.
It may even be.
But that's just the average.
It may even be 7 million.
No.
You got a calculator on this computer.
No way.
I'm pretty sure it's like.
Well, I'm not talking about I don't have a calculator. What I'm saying
100 at 70,000 is 700,000. 1,000 at 70,000 is 7 million.
Yeah. All right. Now we got to know. I'm way too deep into this, and we're too committed. We got to find this
calculator right here.
Perfect. Okay. So it was 76,000.
Crazy. We don't know math. Like we're from Fairfield. That's why.
So
7 million.
So 7.6 million.
They're making just off seats.
But people don't want athletes to be paid though. That's what's crazy. 7.6 million. One game. $7.6 million, and we're talking about athletes not getting paid. How is it a discussion? That can't be
unbelievable.
Can't be. It's not. I know we just got way off on it.
They jacked the prices up for hot dogs and food and nacho, like drinks. Nothing is a good price at a football game.
Yeah. So we definitely just went way off the realm. Of that. So.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but it's okay. So I don't think the Jaguars have the offense yet. They got to get some more pieces.
Yeah, and the defense is probably not very good either.
No, not really. Yeah. But honestly, though, I think what we've noticed, though, is with Mahomes, Burrow, yes, the defense has got to be on point to a certain extent, but if you know you can score.
You got the firepower then.
Yeah, at that point, it's who doesn't score first. Right. Here's one that shocks me. Jim Harbaugh did not get an interview for the Vikings. Do you agree? He's at the top. He's pinnacle. He's been a big name. He's done everything he's supposed to where he's supposed to do it.
He's coaching Michigan, right? Or
yes.
he was.
Yes.
Is he still there?
No, still there.
Oh well, that's probably why. Maybe they did approach him. Maybe they said, "Hey, you want to interview?" And he was just like, "No, I'm good with Michigan."
Oh, for sure. But I'm saying no interview for him. He doesn't think like either way it goes for the no interview. I think why did they not try harder?
Well, he was just in the final. He was just in the playoff, the college football playoff. So maybe he's just starting to get that success, and he's
Yeah, I mean the grass definitely isn't always greener on the other side.
The Vikings, though, I like the Vikings, man.
They got Justin
a nice
Jefferson.
No, they got that Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook. Kirk Cousins. I mean,
they're nice.
Solid lineup. Solid little offense.
And they're young.
Thielen.
So to me, it's like, what are we doing?
Somebody wants to go live with you.
We're gonna have to decline that one. Sorry about it.
I don't even know who it was.
Yeah, but okay, so just moving on a little bit, because I mean it is what it is for me. I mean Jim Harbaugh don't. But the thing that struck me,
I don't see the brothers in the league again together though.
They did it once.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It'd be cool to see them together again.
So, Trey Young.
Okay.
How do you feel about him?
I love Trey Young.
Okay.
I think he's like the second Curry. Not as good, not as electric, and but he shoots the deep threes, and he's got the pull up quick, and he's got the floater, and he's a little guy, and I like him.
Okay, well.
But you don't like him?
He went fifth. Well, no, I do, but to me, he scores 56 the other night. This is what brings me to.
I didn't see this. I didn't see the 56 game.
So he has a career night.
Jeez.
Career night, 56, and they lose.
Oh.
And so it takes me to, could we be seeing another James Harden type of player? Like, yeah, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna put up the numbers. Now he's young. I'm not trying to write him off by no means, but 56 and you don't win.
They're tough games.
They are tough, but I just think of it's the NBA. You're telling me that they couldn't have got together with. I don't know, man. It's just I don't like seeing a young guy that can do what he can do, be that high level, and his team not help.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I thought he had some nice pieces around. John Collins, Capella. Capella last I seen he was hurt, but I don't know if he's came back or not yet. But they got a nice little core group that they should be playing better. They had a nice year last year too, but I think he can be a guy that gets you to another level. But he's as little as he is, he's not going to be a two-way player. He's not playing defense on
anybody's three. Yeah.
So he's definitely got to have a decent squad around him to do it. But I just think he could take that team. He could take a team to the next level just from his scoring.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. But at what point? I mean, I think we're starting to see the games evolved into a lot of offense, and I know a lot of people don't like that. Where it's back when we played, I used to beat the brakes off people. Okay, well, let's slow down.
Let's find a medium.
Like the happy medium. Because what people don't want to talk about is that, the Jordan Last Dance. Magic Johnson gave him stuff.
Right.
This ain't Bulls Stadium, or this ain't the 90s. Or, this isn't the 80s. And then Jordan fires back, well, you're right, this is the 90s. Yeah, we've progressively but we've also noticed that that's to keep our best players in the game.
Yeah,
Jordan could not have got beat up like that for another 10 years.
And every year, or every generation, I'd say the 80s, they talk to the 90s like, oh, y'all are soft, and y'all ain't playing the right way. And then the 90s want to talk to the 2000s like, oh, y'all are soft.
Same thing, 10s or to the 1000s.
It continues, like, the game's evolving, it changes.
Well, kids are evolving, bro. I went to a high school basketball game the other day, and I mean, there wasn't a player on the floor that was under 6 foot except for 2 or 3, and you're like,
I was
like, what?
I went to the tournament at the high school the one that comes around Christmas.
Yeah, King of Bluegrass for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to say it. I'm good. But and it was just like they look like grown men. And I'm like, when I was a senior in high school or a junior, it was not like that.
No, these kids are huge.
Yeah, I'm just like,
they're bigger. Yeah, I mean, like sports training is just so much different. They're faster. They're stronger. They're that's why when people always, they mess with me all the time, and I'm like, I don't care that my kids are better than me that I coach, because honestly, they have more information. Like there's not a kid that couldn't Google or YouTube. Like I said, we talked about the tablet era, right? Like they could be Googling baseball swings or football drills or basketball drill, hockey, volleyball.
You can literally learn in your living room with your tablet or phone. We had a desktop in middle school or something.
And really, you had to at that point you had one a house.
Yeah,
now I have my
5G,
laptop. Your wife's got a laptop. You got 2 tablets upstairs.
Yeah, phone.
2 phones at any point we can look up any of information. Yeah. They definitely have more information, and that's okay. But I think if kids want to work hard, that'll happen.
Yeah.
I think Trey Young is working really hard. I mean, clearly you don't put up 56 in the NBA not working hard.
How many shots he shoot to get that, though? It's just like...
Oh, not that many. He did not. I'll pull up the stats. Trey Young's, hey, we look up facts here, baby.
There's a lot of trades this week, this last few days, though. I like that.
Yeah.
James Harden went to Brooklyn, tried to be with KD and Kyrie. You think about that, he's done been with Russell Westbrook.
Now, they only did lose by 5, so I'll give him that.
Okay.
They lost by 5. Which is still not terrible.
Anyway, back to James Harden. He's just like, you don't play with Russell Westbrook. You don't play with Chris Paul. Now you don't with KD and Kyrie. Now you're going.
Hang on though. Did you hear the wild stat of the week? James Harden, Kyrie, and Durant only played 13 or 16 games together.
Oh yeah.
They were 13-3.
They didn't play very many. They were.
No.
They were.
All right. So his performance was 17 of 26 from the field, 7 of 12 from 3, 15 of 15 from the line, 14 assists.
Fuck, boy.
So, he didn't.
And he didn't start in the All-Star game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is that guy.
He deserves it. But to put them stats up and lose by 5, it's like, come on, Collins?
He just joined some elite company, though. He's only the 6th player in the league history to have at least 55 points, 10 assists. The others, James Harden 3 times.
Jesus.
Crazy we were just talking about that. Michael Jordan, Oscar Robertson, Russell Westbrook, and Tony Parker.
Tony Parker?
Yeah.
Tony Parker. Sorry, guys, we're back.
Yeah, I'm a little shook off that one myself.
The phone shook itself down and was like, huh? Tony Parker.
Tony Parker went off for 55?
You list Michael Jordan, Oscar Robinson,
Russell Westbrook, James Harden.
All these dudes are like, they're
best
average
scores,
triple doubles. And then you say Tony Parker.
Which Tony Parker was definitely a leader.
Nice player, bro. Obviously got some chips, but...
I didn't look at him like... I was not thinking I ever remember Tony Parker being a threat like that on the floor.
No.
He could shoot enough to...
He was...
I'm going to make a note. We're talking Tony Parker next. Maybe we missed something.
He's got rings, bro, but...
I know he's got rings, but now
and 10 in games, like, that's...
Yeah, I'm a little suspect to this one, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, moving on to TJ's trivia.
Ooh, I like this. This is my favorite part.
The 3 questions of the week. First one. How many medals has Michael Phelps won?
Ooh. Oh, man. I want to say 22.
Okay. If you could be any superstar from any sport, who would you choose?
Any superstar from any sport?
Any superstar, any sport.
I feel like Tom Brady.
Okay.
Do it that long with that many rings,
I don't know. Jordan had it made. How many Super Bowls has Pittsburgh